President Trump just tweeted, he says the stock market is up massively since the election, but is now taking a little pause. People want to see what happens with the midterms. If you want your stocks to go down, I strongly suggest voting Democrat. They like the Venezuela financial model, high taxes and open borders. Joining us right now to talk about all of the above is Fox News senior strategic analyst, retired four-star General Jack Keane. General, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. You just saw Griff Jenkins there in Mexico. Your reaction to this migrant caravan this morning?
Well, first of all, about half of them have turned around because I think that journey is so burdensome to them. And when you're dragging children with you and you're trying to take care of them at the same time, you're certainly putting them at risk. So that's good news. I certainly understand their motivation, and it's the fact that our policies have been so inept as when it pertains to asylum and illegal immigration. That's the incentive here. And I totally agree with the president to finally put a stop to this. And what they're doing, certainly, I think, taking a page out of what was happening with the Mexican police and this body of caravan here with all the disproportionate amount of young men in it, they were clearly willing to fight to get through those barriers. And the second group has been throwing rocks at Mexican police to get through those barriers, and they've had to use tear gas. So what the administration has done is, number one, at the point of entry is to harden those sites, make sure there's barriers and fences to control the population like you control cars, and then receive the people that are seeking asylum and put them in tents that we're providing with support for them. That should take away a clash at the border where there's a barrier and there's people trying to get through it, which would likely result in violence. And so I think that's a good decision.
Yeah.
And where the people are moving, the military is going to run a military operation here, Maria. We look at a storm as a threat, we look at the enemy as a threat, and we're looking at the caravan the same way. So we have satellites up right now tracking that caravan, and when they get closer, we'll have manned aircraft up and we'll have drones up to anticipate where that caravan is going. Is it going to Texas? Is it going to Arizona, California? Is it going to all three? And then the military has provided a strategic airlift, C-130 aircraft and C-17, to pick up the Customs and Border Patrol and move them to that point of contact where the caravan will attempt to make an entry. And they will be there to provide the kind of control that's necessary of that population.
Yeah.
So I think they've got a pretty good plan in place. They want active duty forces to do this because they're available right now.
Yeah, but the president's standing firm. I mean, he's got this commitment to secure the southern border, and he's sticking with it. And, you know, isn't it, I mean, is this a coincidence that here we are in such a heated political environment, and you've got now 2 or 3 caravans headed to the border of America? And, I mean, we let in 1 million people every year. These folks don't want to do it legally.
Legally, right. Well, we know that the caravan that initiated out of Honduras was motivated by a left-wing political opponent of the incumbent administration in Honduras, and he inspired them and provided the place to meet with them and had his people lecture the people that showed up and told them what the plan was. So I think the second group coming out of Honduras is likely the same people who are doing it.
Incredible.
And the one out of El Salvador, I don't have any feel for what the motivation was, but I think it would be fair to speculate it's pretty similar.
Yeah. General, it's good to see you. Always a pleasure to get your insights. We so appreciate it.
Good talking to you, Maria.
Thank you so much. General Jack Keane there.